Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be looking at some new exotics coming with Season 10, Division 2 PTS. By the way, if anybody knows how to get the Division 2 PTS, please let me know so that I could become one of the select elite few to review some of the new weapons that come with new seasons and whatnot. So without further ado, let's get into the video.
Hello and welcome, I'm Abrax, and in this video I'm going to be taking a look at the 3 new exotics coming to Tom Clancy's The Division 2 with Season 10. We currently have access to the Season 10 PTS. This is what I'll be using to look at the exotics, but remember, with every PTS, these are subject to change before main release. With that, let's get into it. With Season 10, we will be getting 3 brand new exotics, a primary weapon, a sidearm, and a new piece of gear. And in this video, I'm going to go over each new exotic, their attributes, talents, and mods. Starting with the exotic.
Okay, so I've heard of this one, Dr. Home. And I think it's supposed to do something with healing, but let's see.
Dr. Home. Dr. Home is an exotic variation of the close quarters M1A rifle. Dr. Home comes with rifle damage, critical hit damage, and damage to targets out of cover for its attributes. And
for those of you asking, the 20% damage, that's for expertise as you continually upgrade your weapon. That's what the 20% weapon damage is.
His talent is Dr. Home. Shooting an enemy with this.
Okay, hold on. So shooting an enemy with this weapon will apply a mark for 5 seconds. If a marked target is killed, it will drop a 15% armor repair kit, which applies to the whole party when picked up. The armor kit will not give bonus armor. Oh, okay. So so this is definitely a build, support healing build. This weapon is definitely going to be for that. So I want to see what kind of, because usually when I go skill, I don't really go for healing. It's just I mainly try to go for damage because I'll run like the drone and the turret. But I don't know. I'm kind of curious. I want to see what exactly, like, what kind of healing build can I make? Because as you guys know on this channel, whenever I do builds, I'm mostly centered around things like damage and whatnot, especially critical hits. So, and also even skill builds. I've made skill builds, and they got like weapon damage on them too. So, I'm excited for this because this will allow me to go more into like full bore skill builds, and not only that, but the healing support side of skill builds, and also getting more out of the BTSU data gloves, which are really cool looking gloves, by the way. One of the best looking exotics in the game as far as armor goes. So let's continue.
This weapon will apply a mark for 5 seconds. If a marked target is killed, it will drop a 15% armor repair kit, which applies to the whole party when picked up. The kit will not give bonus armor. For its mods, Dr. Home has 10% accuracy on the scope, 10% reload speed on the magazine, 10% weapon handling on the underbarrel grip, and 10% stability on the muzzle. Dr. Home is an original idea for an exotic, and I can see it being a great addition to a group-focused build. However, the weapon itself is fine, but the 15% from the armor kit does feel a little low. I think I would like to see this upped to maybe 20 to 25% to see if this makes a changing difference. Next, we have the new side.
Actually, wait a minute, hold on. Since that does a lot of damage, just hear me out here. Instead of running like an exotic like Backfire or Lady Death, I mean, I usually don't run exotics anyway, but this might add some survivability to the damage builds I've been I don't know. Let me just stop. I just got so many ideas for builds off that one gun. But let's continue. Next exotic.
Sidearm, Busy Little Bee. An exotic pistol that comes with pistol damage and damage to targets out of cover for the attributes. For the talent, it has Busy Little Bee. Each shot to a different target will increase weapon damage. If players keep changing target, each shot will increase 10% to a maximum of 200%. Not shooting a new target for 5 seconds or shooting twice at the same target ends the stack effect. Ending the stack effect gives you an extra 5% damage per stack obtained on your next shot. Stacks obtained remain active after switching weapon. For the mods on the Busy Little Bee, we have...
Excuse fucking me? Hold on, let's go back. So, basically what they're saying is... so you shoot an enemy, and each time you shoot a different enemy, weapon damage will increase if you keep changing target. Each shot increased 10% to a maximum of 200% weapon damage, I'm guessing. Not shooting at a new target for 5 seconds or shooting twice at the same target ends the stack effect. Ending the stack effect gives you an extra 5% damage per stack obtained on your next shot. So that means you shoot somebody, you end it. That means the next time you start, each shot will increase 15% to a maximum of 200%, and so on and so forth. And then here's the part that gets me. Here's the part which I think is going to be extremely broken. Stacks obtained remain active even after switching weapons. Now, I know this is PTS, but is there going to be a time limit on how long you have those stacks when you switch? Or is it just until those stack effect is ended? Because that's a little broken, the way I'm thinking about it and the way it's worded right here in the PTS. That could potentially make this pistol the most broken exotic on the thing. Because I could just put weapon swap speed on my stuff. And then after that, I just build stacks on this gun, swap to my other gun, and then get extra weapon damage and just keep switching. So this right here, this might be broken if the way I'm looking at it, this exotic, if it comes out just like this, which it probably isn't. They're probably going to put some time limit on that. But that sounds broken right there.
After switching weapon. For the mods on the Busy Little Bee, we have plus 25% optimal range on the scope, 10% reload speed on the magazine, 5% hit crit chance on the laser pointer, and plus 10% stability on the muzzle. Busy Little Bee isn't a bad exotic sidearm, but personally there are just better options. I could see this being pretty useful for specific builds to stack damage before switching to another weapon like a marksman rifle for a huge amount of damage.
What did I just say? What did I just say? And I just picked a random video, by the way, because I just wanted to see, exactly what these exotics could do. But you see it. This guy, he agrees. He's saying the same thing. I mean, he probably doesn't feel that it's useful because, practically, having to keep switching. But if that learning curve or that skill curve is not a lot and you don't mind learning, which I don't mind learning that, then this is broken. It's broken. So he basically saying the same thing I'm said, but I guess he's more on the, hey, I don't really see this as useful and practical. Or it's not a lot of ease of use to it. You gotta learn. But anyway.
But I don't think this will be used in many builds over an exotic primary. And finally, we have the new exotic gloves coming to the game with Season 10, Bloody Knuckles.
Yes, this was another exotic that I heard. Okay, there it is. So, I don't know if y'all can see right there. I'm pointing at the screen like y'all can see my finger on the screen. But this exotic was the damage one, and it added you get an effect called Seeing Red, and I think it grants you extra weapon damage when so right there it says damaging an enemy with. So Yeah. Let's continue. I won't say anything more. Because the first and this one I've heard, somewhat of what it does, but let's let you guys see it.
In the PTS, these are using the BTSU glove skin, but I imagine they will have their own look in the live game. These gloves come with critical hit chance and critical hit damage for the attributes, and the over...
That's right up my alley. That's right up my alley. Thank you, Ubisoft, for giving me something right up my alley. And if it looks like the BTSU data gloves, or it's going to look something similar to it, which I do want gloves that have that light up effect, because I think that's pretty cool, but I keep getting sidetracked. Continue.
Over the top talent. Over the top. Damaging an enemy with a grenade or striking an enemy with a melee attack activates Seeing Red. Seeing Red grants 25% weapon damage and 100% melee damage. Seeing Red lasts 20 seconds and has a 60-second cooldown.
What? So you telling me, I mean, it's cool and all, but if you play it on higher difficulties, as far as the melee part, I don't see that happening, because you're going to try to hit somebody, they're going to right hook you, and all your armor's gone. But the grenade one, I can definitely see this having synergy with Mad Bomber, so as soon as you throw the grenade, it just blows up, and you get 25% weapon damage, which I'm going to try that. That'll be an interesting build to try, an interesting video to do. So, Seeing Red, 25% weapon damage and 100% to melee damage. I mean, I don't see the melee damage part being useful. I mean, because, what's the name of that thing? It's called something claw. It's a named Wyvern holster, which gives you like 500% melee damage, and that barely does shit. So, I don't see what 100% melee damage is going to do for anyone with any build. Seeing Red lasts 20 seconds and has a 60-second cooldown after completion. While in cooldown, damaging an enemy with a melee attack or hitting an enemy with the effect of a grenade will complete the cooldown instantly. Yes, this is great, because I run Technician, so this is great. So I could just keep hitting somebody with Disrupt, and it's going to instantly complete. Yes, these gloves, look out, because I'm going to be using them.
While on cooldown, damaging an enemy with a melee attack or hitting an enemy with the effect of a grenade will complete the cooldown instantly. I like these gloves. I can see them being a close quarters player's wet dream.
I.e. me.
I run around using Bloody Knuckles for the 100%.
Oh, whoa! There's no way he's on heroic.
See them being a close quarters player's wet dream. I run around using Bloody Knuckles for the 100% melee.
He just did one. I don't know if y'all seen that.
Being a close quarters player's
I don't know if y'all
wet
just
dream.
seen that.
I run around using Bloody. I like these gloves.
Hold on, y'all. Let me settings. Let me bump it up to 1080. And then let me slow it down. Cause maybe y'all didn't see what the fuck I just saw. He's on heroic. And the guy doesn't have armor. Okay. So maybe melee damage does work as long as the enemy doesn't have armor. Cause I know when you hit somebody with armor, that doesn't do shit. Let's play it back.
I can see them being a close quarters player's wet dream.
He runs up to him.
I run around using blood.
Look at how much damage he did by hitting him. Look at his health. He's heroic. And that was a yellow bar enemy. Look. That nigga is doing damn near 2 million off of a hit. Yeah. See? Now I learned something. Don't hit a nigga with a melee damage when he's got armor on. Hit him when his armor's off. That's what you do. Okay. So, let's put it back to regular playback speed. I just wanted y'all to see that. This shit right here is fucking ridiculous. I've never seen that much damage off of melee. That's crazy. Oh my god, okay.
Bloody Knuckles for the 100% melee damage, using the Claws Out holster for the 500% and Lady Death for another 500%, and just had a blast smacking people around.
That's true, Lady Death does give you melee damage. So now, are they telling me if you got on Lady Death, the holster, the claw shit, whatever it's called, and then you got these, all you gotta do is take somebody's armor off and then punch him? The idea is already... Thank you, sir, whoever you are. I'm gonna have to subscribe to him after this.
I could also see them being very strong with some kind of shotgun build, getting up...
Sweet dreams. But the thing is, Sweet Dreams though, Sweet Dreams only insta-kills purple and red enemies. I don't know. That might work. Let me not say that. That might work.
Up close and using melee to proc the extra 25% weapon damage. I am looking forward to seeing these hit the live game and seeing what kind of...
Actually, I'm glad he said that. That's true. Now, purple and red enemies don't really show up that much on Heroic. But whenever they do, which I feel like that's why the shotgun one with Sweet Dreams wouldn't really be practical or really useful, because it's such a rare situation where you'll see some of those lower level enemies, especially on Heroic. Because if you play Heroic, a lot of, like 90% of the people you encounter are going to be yellow bar and up. So, I don't know. I feel like using the shotgun wouldn't really be practical. I feel like the more practical application would be using Lady Death, this exotic, of course, and the 500% holster. Claws Out, that's what it's called. Claws Out. Using Claws Out, unique holster. So I feel like that would be more of a practical one where you just take their armor off and then you just one-shot them with a punch. But I don't know. Maybe in Season 10, purple and red enemies will show up more because of this exotic. But who knows.
builds are developed around them. I think these three exotics are a pretty good addition to the game, each with their own identity, and I can see a few being the centerpieces of specific builds. That could be pretty powerful. Which of these are you looking forward to getting your hands on? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe for more Division 2 content. As always, a big thank you to my supporters over on Patreon for supporting the channel and helping me make it the best it can be. If you would like to support the channel...
Okay, so let's definitely hit that subscribe. Let me stop and end it right here because this video could go on forever since it's Division and I love Division. So anyway, y'all, rage out and peace out. And speaking of out, I'm out. Later, y'all.